This is my Mid-Valley walkthrough.
As you can see, restaurants have started operating again, so we definitely get to see a lot more people having lunch outdoors and sitting in groups. I'm not sure whether they limit the number of people you can eat at a table with, but I've definitely seen some tables with 4 people. Every shop is required to take a temperature, and they also have a logbook just for contact tracing. So if you've been in one shop, you have to write down your details, and when you go to the next shop, you have to do it again. I would say a majority of shops on this street has opened, and it kind of started as a snowball effect. Like one shop opened first, and then I think the rest saw that their neighbor was opening, and they kind of one by one went and opened one after another. So no one really wants to be left out. Sanitizer is aplenty, but it does make me wonder how many people have touched that sanitizer button and not sanitized that button after that. You know what I mean? So I've been sharing about the outside of Mid-Valley, but as you head towards the inside of the mall, that's when you can really start to see that we are still within a movement control order period. So the in queue is separated from the out queue, and it's mandatory for your temperature to be taken as well as for you to wear a mask. If you're not wearing a mask, like this guy in front of me, he's required to make a donation of 1 ringgit and get a mask there. So here she is checking my temperature. The most notable difference about the mall is the lack of activity in the center court area. This is normally full of promotion activity, and I think the objective here is to not allow people to crowd together. So although a lot of the stores are now open, like Chanel, Dior, and even jewelry stores, you can see that it's still not super popular. And we do have those casual shoppers walking around, but they are probably deterred from entering every single shop because you have to fill in your details at every shop, get your temperature taken at every shop, and you know, it's not as fun or easy as it used to be. If you keep your eyes peeled, can you see the queue forming at Uniqlo? And here we are with the queue to enter the grocery store. It's a pretty long queue, I gotta say, but they do have designated entrances for those who are frontliners and also those who are of a senior age. So I guess it really depends whether you think it's worth queuing. At the time of recording, this was lunchtime, so it was about 12:30, I would say. Most stores are open, but there are of course a few which don't really quite make sense to open at this stage, like that spa shop. KFC has been open the entire time throughout the MCO, so nothing new there. So I'm not walking around aimlessly, but I'm looking for the North Court because I'm trying to find out where the blood donation drive is. Someone said it was at the lower ground. So I started looking, and then from here I found out that I'm supposed to go upstairs. So back out to the ground floor. So this is pretty much me just exploring as I make my way to the blood donation drive area. So here we can see another long queue for the grocery store. Mid Valley is full of those, but I'm not that interested because I found where the blood donation drive is. So that's where I'm headed to next. I found the North Court, but there's no blood donation drive here, which is where I thought it would be. So let me just explore a little more. Okay, it's not down there either. Alright, let me just ask the info counter. Blood donation drive tu kat mana? Blood donation drive. Depan situ. Okay, thank you. Yep, in and out signs, although they're right next to each other. So, what's the difference? Aha, there it is. I found the blood donation drive area. Hai, kalau nak donate kat sini. Donate. So I have to fill in a form, and guys, I mean, you signed up for a walkthrough, but here you are with bonus content on how it's like registering to donate blood. The information they ask for is pretty general. They want your medical background, travel history, sexual history, exposure to COVID history, a bunch of histories that you give, and then they send you to your first station, which is where they identify what blood type you have. Boleh. People have asked me if blood donation is painful, and I always think that the pinprick before the actual blood donation is way more painful. So this part to me hurts a lot, because I don't know, I just find that maybe your fingertips are more sensitive, but yeah, I mean, I did not enjoy this part. So here she is, finding out that I am indeed blood type AB. After 2 more stations with a doctor and registration, you go into blood donation. If you are able to donate blood, it's probably one of the easiest volunteering things you can do, because all you do is sit there and, you know, squeeze a bunch of stuff, lie on a chair. People tell you exactly what to do. It doesn't incur any sort of like labor, and you know, you do get to help save lives. So definitely consider it if it's something that you're eligible to do. Also, apparently it burns 900 calories each time you donate blood. So there you go, that's your workout for the day. I thought that tiny bag was the bag I donated, but that's actually just to allow the blood to, I don't know, like flow, because you know, it's an air pocket, etc. So the big bag that I did donate is not that big of a bag because my veins are small, as I mentioned earlier, but this size instead. Removing the needle was super quick, super easy, and painless. So I was really happy, and they gave me food as a thank you. And back to the walkthrough. So Kiehl's is really popular. I think people have run out of skincare over the past 2 months of being at home. And yeah, definitely you get a mix of shops that are open and some that are closed. From what I understand, some shops are permanently moving out because they are unable to sustain continued operations. So that's really upsetting to hear, but I also understand that times are really hard right now. Although looking at Mid Valley, you wouldn't see that at first glance. It does look like everything's back to normal, so that's interesting to see. So I'm gonna head back to my office now, but before I go, let me just show you the lift. So for queues, there are some spaced out marks to make sure you keep your distance, and little boxes that you stand in to make sure that you're not too close to each other. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.